Hello once again, Wildcats. Paul Roper with you for this week's Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. Please be joined by the head coach of the 5-0 Davidson Wildcats. He is Scott Abel. Well, his team's been terrific in conference play. Another great win on Saturday in Morehead State. Have sole possession of first place. What an effort.
Yeah, it's great to go on the road, get a big PFL road win, come back home. And, I said this last week, that was our 9th road trip in our last 14 games. And I'm so proud of our team. I'm proud of our guys. Their focus to go on the road like we've done over the past 6 months and to have the success we've had. It really says a lot about our determination, our resiliency, and we had to be resilient Saturday, right? It wasn't perfect, right? There were some miscues in there, but we overcame them. And at the end of the day, we played really hard. And when you play really hard and give great effort, good things happen.
It seems like somebody different has contributed in each of these wins. Last week it was Chris Pankau with 2 interceptions. Yeah. Lucas Raber with his first career catch, which was a touchdown late in the first half. Talk about those 2 players.
Well, first let's talk about Lucas's first catch, right? Such a big pivotal moment there, right? To get a second touchdown on the board before you go in at half, right? We had a great 2-minute drive, and those are momentum. Drives, momentum swings in games, right? And we did that at Butler the week before. And, Lewis made a heck of a back shoulder throw, right? There was a very small window of openness, and he found it. And to Lucas' credit, he was ready, right? He was prepared for that window and made a really good catch. And, when your guys execute plays like that, they make us look good. and Chris Pankau, we talk about our next man up a lot. And, Chris, what an example of that this week, right? Chris is a guy he's been featured on special teams a lot. He's been our special team player of the game numerous times this year. And then because of injuries, got called into active duty Saturday at linebacker and performed at a really high level, right? And, huge shout out to him and being ready. That's hard, right? When you're working at practice all the time, but you don't necessarily get the opportunity in the game and you're waiting your turn. And so for him to be ready when the opportunity came says a lot about him. And a big shout out to Coach Berlin and having him ready, right? That's not easy for our staff to always have those next men ready, when you're trying to figure out who to give reps to and how to get them prepared for the game. So really proud of what they were able to accomplish there Saturday.
Let's also give a shout out to Coach Munch and the Davidson Moving Company. Yeah. I just love all these nicknames. Yeah. We have the Slot Machine, we have the Davidson Moving Company, and we'll feature one of those offensive linemen on our player profile later this week in Khalil Miller.
Yeah, certainly, man, there were some big holes Saturday, right? So we season high, really over our last 2 seasons, going back to the spring, our largest rushing total. We've led the country in rushing now for going on feels like 2 straight years, but Saturday is our largest rushing total to date in that time span, and they did a fantastic job. Khalil had a great day. Cole Foley, our other senior, playing right beside him. They dominated that side of the football. There's just no other way to say it. And I got to put Jackson Sherrard in that, right? You talk about our creative name, 7-11, and our hammers, our wide receiver tight end room. And they go by, they're always open. And, but Jackson coming down with Cole and Khalil, they've dominated that side of the football Saturday, right? And just really big, as you said, a shout out and they're doing great things in the trenches.
And again, we mentioned there is going to be another big game later this week. St. Thomas, newcomers to Division I. No one quite sure what to expect of them for this season. They've done very well in their PFL debut. They come in with a 4-1 record.
Well, I tell you what, Coach Abel knew what to expect, and I said it in a couple of pre-season interviews that I thought immediately St. Thomas would be very competitive in our league. And I said last week going into Morehead, you kind of hate when you're right? I thought Morehead would be a team that would compete at the top of our league, and that's proven true. And I said preseason I thought St. Thomas would immediately be competitive with everybody, and they would be a team to be reckoned with, and they are. They're coached extremely well, right? They built their program around things that they deem are important, right? So they're big up front. They're really good on both sides of the trenches, right? They want to control the clock, right? And so it's going to be a battle Saturday, right? We have to be our very best, and I think one of the big keys is who can establish the line of scrimmage. I think both programs are making their living right now by establishing the line of scrimmage.
Another big week for the Cats coming up as they take on the St. Thomas Tommies. It'll be a 1 p.m. kickoff. Take your kid to the game day at Richardson Stadium. So we hope to see all you children there as we get ready to continue PFL play. Cats going for their 7th win in a row. We will have pregame coverage beginning at 12:30 on the Davidson Sports Network from Learfield. My name is Paul Roper. He's head coach Scott Abel. Thank you for joining us for this week's Coach's Corner presented by Atrium Health. We'll see you next time on DavidsonWildcats.com.